This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 16th day of December in the year 2020. I'm Gordon Mosley. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Members of the Guyana Police Force will be receiving the equivalent of 2 weeks of their monthly salary as an end-of-year bonus. The announcement was made this morning by President Irfan Ali as he attended the Police Commissioner's breakfast event. The President used the event to encourage senior officers to lead the way in professional conduct in the police force. He said he believes that the professional conduct of lawmen will result in improvements with members of the public.
But for you who serve in the police force, professionalism is the embodiment of everything you do. And I am not asking for anything beyond that. Beyond that professionalism that will see a remarkable improvement in the way the population view you, view your uniform, and view the government.
President Ali also told the senior officers that his government will be rolling out a number of programs and initiatives to support growth and development in the Guyana Police Force.
We expect to see marked improvement in performance. Examining where we are, a lot of professionals, as president, you know, you're never short of advice. A lot of professionals believe that we should go on a case outcome basis for incentives in the police force, similar to a production incentive in other industries. I don't believe this to be the only way forward, because we must never give the impression that our only driving force to resolve a case is incentives and reward.
The President announced that a special housing program will be unveiled to cater to members of the police force.
Part of our program to ensure we enhance the welfare of not only the senior officers, but all ranks, is to ensure that we work on a special housing program that would not only see ranks having access to a house lot, but to ensure that they qualify and we help them to qualify so that they can get loans and they can get grants to build their homes and own their own homes. These are important things that add to performance, it adds to job satisfaction.
Acting Police Commissioner Nigel Harpy told the President that the Guyana Police Force remains committed to fulfilling its mandate. He said despite the challenges that members of the force face from time to time, improving professionalism and enhancing public trust remain critical areas for the force. More news coming up in just a moment. Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Sol Guyana Inc. Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Sol Guyana Inc.
Guyana, we've been through it all.
But as a people we have
weathered every storm
and risen to every challenge.
Because it is the people of Guyana
that gives it its strength.
All the people,
regardless of race,
class, or religion.
We are one people, one strength.
And now is our time. A time to rise. Together, we rise.
Elite Fragrances and Tradings is your destination for the most luxurious deodorant, perfume, cologne, body spray, sunglasses, wallet, belt, spa, men hair products, and much more. Elite Fragrances and Tradings, 123 Regent Road border between Ornock Street and Shiv Chandapal Drive. You can contact us on 619-5151 or 227-1255. The perfect fragrance is the ultimate accessory.
That's a great start powered by Yuasa Battery. Yuasa Battery is the #1 Japanese brand. It's durable, improves performance, maintenance-free, and comes with absorbent glass mat technology. Yuasa Battery, trusting starting power for over 100 years. Choose Yuasa Battery for the best battery for your vehicles. Yuasa Batteries distributed by JCA Trading Inc. Telephone number 231-9446-9.
wanna be a Super 95
You can be a Super 95 millionaire this Christmas when you purchase $3,000 or more Super 95 fuel from Guyana service stations. Enter to win one of two first prizes of $1 million plus weekly cash prizes up to $500,000. That's not all. Each week until January 15, 2021, you can also have a chance to win smart TVs, tablets, shopping vouchers, and so much more. So hurry down to the nearest Guyana service station and spend $3,000 or more on Super 95 fuel, and you can be a Super 95 millionaire. See press for more details.
Ravinas and Water Street and Anans and Regent Street just received a new shipment of leatherette in over 16 colors. Leatherette can be used in a wide variety of applications, including covering speedboat seats, cargo, and keeping commuters dry. Ideal for minibus and car seats, leatherette can be custom made to your seating requirements. Leatherette is easy to clean and sanitize and a better choice during the COVID pandemic. For fast and comfortable shopping, visit us to get the best prices in town. Ravinas and Water Street and Anans and Regent Street.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL?
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
I have many wishes for Christmas. A freshly painted home, a new vacation home, a new car, home furnishings, my dream wedding, new kitchen appliances, a new smart TV, a new phone for Zion, school fees too. Gosh, I still want this work from home office area. I just wish I could get some extra cash to clear my debts altogether. Do you feel the same? GBTI is granting 12 wishes for Christmas.
Mobile Special and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobile Special and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. The Guyana Police Force is reminding drivers that failing to produce a driver's license when requested to do so is an offense. The police force and the relatives of murdered Berbice teens Isaiah and Joel Henry got into a war of words today after an altercation last evening during a traffic stop at Sparendam. Two members of the Henry family were arrested and eventually released on bail last evening after the police accused them of assaulting an officer during a traffic stop. But the Henry family has said it was the police who did the assaulting. Three members of the family were heading back to Berbice last evening after meeting with their attorney and the Argentine forensic expert when they were pulled over by the police during a roadblock at Sparendam. After carrying out a search of the vehicle that did not unearth anything, the police requested to see the driver's license for the young man behind the steering wheel, Colin Henry. He reportedly explained to the officer that he forgot his license at home but had a photograph of it in his phone. The police officer, according to the family, did not want to see that and told the young man to park the car and go into the station building. When the man reportedly refused, a confrontation broke out as the police tried to push him into the building and the family pushed back. Eventually, two of the family members, including the mother of one of the dead Henry boys, was arrested for disorderly behavior and assault.
Most of them say he's going to arrest because he getting license and these things. But don't let him get it here. But remember, he showed them his license on the phone. He said, "No want to." So when he come now, he own him back himself. So most of them rush up to him. And about 4 or 5 of them rush up to you and I see and bring him and say and start beating you up and that kind of thing because he resisting arrest. There is a reason why they're holding him. Right?
And what, at that point, you were in the vehicle?
No, I was outside there. I even explained to them where we went. We went to the cathedral, we went to me and Isaiah. They say, I'm Isaiah's father, this Joel's mother. You understand?
In a statement today, Police Commissioner Nigel Hoppy refuted the assault claims put forward by the family attorney, Nigel Hughes. The police commissioner said violent threats were made against the police officers during the arrest, and one of the officers suffered damage to his uniform. He said an investigation into the matter has been launched. The Guyana Police Force has in the past reminded its officers and the general public that failure to produce a driver's license is among several ticketable offenses. The spread of the coronavirus in Guyana is not slowing down. The Ministry of Health also announced today 2 additional coronavirus-related deaths as the country surpassed 6,000 cases of the virus. There are 666 active cases. The 2 latest deaths have taken the total number of deaths to 158. The latest fatalities were identified as a 93-year-old man and a 71-year-old woman who were both residents of Region 4. Based on the figures released by the Ministry of Health, the country recorded more than 1,000 new cases in less than a month. The majority of those new cases are from Region 4, which continues to see the most flouting of the COVID-19 guidelines, with liquor stores and bars slowly reopening their doors and secret location parties being held every weekend. While the country has recorded more than 6,000 cases of the virus since the first case was recorded, it has also seen more than 5,000 recoveries. Still, health officials are concerned about persons ignoring the COVID-19 guidelines. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony has been pressing citizens to be more responsible.
And that is why we have been saying to people, you cannot open bars because the possibility, and there's a high possibility that you're putting a lot of people at risk. If we look at what is happening in, say, some of the developed countries, let's look at Germany, for example. Germany, they had an increase in cases, and some of the measures that they have put in place includes closing bars down, closing restaurants down, because they recognize that spread happens at these places. So we have had this in our guidelines for quite a long time, and we have maintained them in our guidelines. Unfortunately, because I think it's the Christmas season, everybody wants to now open up bars, open up restaurants, so that people can go there and eat and have a jolly good time. We're still in a pandemic, and nothing has changed. And therefore, we have to abide by these guidelines. And if we don't, we are going to see spikes in cases as we go later into the month and early into the new year. We can avoid this if we follow these guidelines.
With the holiday shopping season in full swing, health officials are already worried that the country could see a spike in new cases after the holidays. Some tragic news to tell you about right now. An elderly couple who dedicated their lives to helping others as missionaries of Christ died last evening in an accident along the Linden-Suslike Highway. The couple, 75-year-old Cornelius Razima and 79-year-old Bernice Razima, were heading to their home at Haruni along the Linden Highway when tragedy struck. The husband was driving when he reportedly lost control of the vehicle and veered into the lane of a truck that was traveling in the opposite direction. Persons in the area managed to pull the bodies from the mangled wreckage, but both husband and wife appear to have died instantly as a result of the impact of the crash. The two were heading home after a trip to Georgetown. They are originally from the Netherlands, but have been living in Guyana for the past several years, settling in a small village that is just off of the Linden-Suslike Highway. Persons who knew the missionary couple expressed shock at their passing on social media, with some explaining that they were very committed to their community and the missionary work that they have been doing for several years. A police investigation is on the way this evening. The police commander at the center of a Guyana Revenue Authority investigation into smuggled liquor has offered to pay taxes on the uncustomed commodity, sources close to the investigation have revealed. The police divisional commander for Region 9 and 2 other ranks were intercepted on Tuesday with a quantity of uncustomed alcohol, and it was not evidence in any pending case. The GRA was reportedly tipped off about the movement of the uncustomed liquor and moved in and intercepted its movement while the commander and ranks were heading to Georgetown. It is suspected that the liquor may have been bought in neighboring Brazil but was not presented to customs for taxation purposes. Over 2 years ago, the GRA started to place its sticker on all bottles of imported alcohol as it cracked down on the smuggling. As the GRA probe continues, the commander has reportedly reached out to the investigators, informing them that he will pay the taxes for the liquor. It is unclear whether the GRA has accepted the offer as yet, but the police force confirmed today that the commander and the 2 ranks who were intercepted were on active duty. 4 years after the gunning down of 25-year-old Gregory Garraway during a robbery, his killer has been sentenced to 15 years in jail. 26-year-old Joshua Meredith, who was charged for murder back in 2016, opted to enter a guilty plea to the lesser count of manslaughter when he appeared before Justice Priya Bihari this morning. He admitted in open court that he shot Garraway dead outside the Mandela Avenue night spot in October 2016 after Garraway put up a fight against him as he robbed him at gunpoint. The convict apologized for his actions as his attorney Adrian Thompson asked the court to be lenient and explained that his client had a rough upbringing and dropped out of school since the age of 15. A probation report presented to the court highlighted the man's many run-ins with the law. He has faced the court several times on robbery and other charges. The prosecutor asked the judge to hand down a stiff sentence, as the court was reminded that the 25-year-old is dead because of the actions of the admitted killer. The trial judge handed down the 15-year jail sentence and encouraged the convict to improve his life while behind bars by taking advantage of learning programs. The admitted convict was whisked off the prison after the sentencing. He's expected, however, to be back before the court soon, as he's also facing another murder charge in relation to another incident that took place back in 2016. Mobil Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobil Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc.
Christmas season is here once again, and we encourage everybody to be safe. Between October 23rd and December 31st, buy your groceries and fuel from Falls, and you can win a Christmas hamper every week or your fuel purchase free. Just spend $3,000, complete the coupon, drop it in the box, and then listen for your name. And to make it even better, you can win a bumper hamper on Christmas Eve day. Yes, our prices are great, the environment is safe, and everyone wins when you shop in the Falls Christmas promotion, Land of Canaan.
Due to the impacts of the global pandemic, COVID-19 across our nation, essential organizations like us have chosen to adopt innovative approaches to meet the emerging needs of our customers while protecting our employees. Here are some quick tips to make managing your GPL bill easier while we practice social distancing. To register for electronic billing, you can use the e-billing tab on your website. To access your bill balance, you can use 4 options: the website live chat at gpl.net, the online inquiry on our website under billing, SMS Freedom by texting your GPL reference number to 624-0400 or 8400 or call our call center at 226-2600. A message from the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated.
I have many wishes for Christmas. A freshly painted home, a new vacation home, a new car, home furnishings, my dream wedding, new kitchen appliances, a new smart TV, a new phone for Zion, school fees too. Gosh, I still want this work from home office area. I just wish I could get some extra cash to clear my debts altogether. Do you feel the same? GBTI is granting 12 wishes for Christmas.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
Been through it all.
But as a people we have
weathered every storm
and risen to every challenge.
Because it is the people of Guyana
that gives it its strength.
all the people,
regardless of race,
class, or religion.
We are one people, one strength.
And now is our time. A time to rise. Together, we rise.
Mobile Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobile Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Across the region right now, the Chilean Navy says it is closely monitoring 11 Chinese fishing vessels in its exclusive economic zone. A Chinese fishing fleet has been accused by conservation group Oceana of pillaging the waters of the Galapagos Islands for squid. The fleet is made up of more than 400 fishing vessels, of which 11 are currently in Chile's exclusive economic zone. Chile said last month it would take measures to prevent illegal fishing. The large Chinese fleet caused concern when it arrived in waters of the Galapagos Islands, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which forms part of Ecuador, in July. The Chinese embassy in the Ecuadorian city of Quito said the government had a zero-tolerance policy towards illegal fishing. China also proposed a moratorium on fishing near the Galapagos Islands between September and November. In Jamaica, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says that all office parties related to the government or its agencies and departments are prohibited due to the coronavirus pandemic. The announcement was made during the sitting of the House of Representatives yesterday. The Prime Minister informed that the Cabinet Secretary has written to all permanent secretaries, who will then pass on the information via circular to the various public sector departments and agencies. Information provided by the Ministry of Health and Wellness indicates that Jamaica, as of the 15th of December, had recorded more than 11,000 cases of COVID-19. Of that number, more than 3,000 are active cases. And finally tonight, international news. A team of 10 international scientists will travel to the Chinese city of Wuhan next month to investigate the origins of COVID-19, the World Health Organization has announced. China has not opposed an independent investigation, although the WHO has been negotiating for access to the city for a number of months. The virus is thought to have come from a market in the city selling animals, but the search for the source has led to tensions, notably with the US. US President Donald Trump's administration has accused China of trying to conceal the initial outbreak. A biologist on the team traveling to Wuhan told the Associated Press news agency that the WHO was not seeking to apportion blame, but rather to prevent future outbreaks. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.